Hello everyone and welcome back to TerraTech. In this episode, I think I'm going to upgrade my tank a little because although Hawkeye is nonetheless quite awesome, it's lacking a little bit of endurance. So this time we're going to try and build a tank around these mobile furnace generators here. So we're going to have a collection mechanism, a storage mechanism, and then something to sell our leftover whatever leftover resources we have. So I'm going to go ahead and get out a new cab. Of course, GSO again. We love GSO for how versatile it is. And then this time we're going to use, since this is going to be designed to stay out longer, it should be faster. So we're probably going to use Hawkeye tank tracks or possibly... Okay, we're going to use Hawkeye tank tracks. I can't really see any other wheels that would be fast enough and strong enough and, well, basically fast enough and strong enough for what we're trying to do. So let's go ahead and get the basic design going out of Hawkeye parts this time. And actually I've set my base to produce Hawkeye 2 blocks right now, so we should be getting quite a lot of those. Hopefully we will have plenty to use in this episode, so just crossing fingers here, hoping we don't have too few of these 2 blocks right here, which we always do up until now, hopefully. There you go. I'm just putting those there so that I can extend this like that without having to re-rotate those blocks. This is going to be a pretty long tank. Wow, look at that. That's already like 20 blocks long, almost. Probably more. Most likely more, actually. Let's go ahead and get those track spacers. I think you know where I'm going with this right now. If you've watched my first Hawkeye tank episode, and although it'll probably sound a little weird compared to how I sound now, I would suggest watching it just to see what I'm getting at right now. If you haven't already watched it. So this time, this guy's definitely gonna have a booster system, because every single other time we've forgotten a booster system when making Hawkeye tanks. I know I've only made one Hawkeye tank on screen, but every time I've made a Hawkeye tank, it's been without a... Oh, 2 Hawkeye tanks, actually. The one I just put away was the second. So, anyway, every time I've made a Hawkeye tank, I've forgotten to put a booster system on so that hills aren't as daunting as they usually are without booster systems. So, although I do like having an all Hawkeye build, this will have to have some sort of drills on the front so that I can actually collect the resources for the mobile generators. So hopefully it won't look too weird. So that's basically what I'm hoping for, is not too weird. Okay, more Hawkeye, not Tankai. Hawkeye tank tracks, not Tank-Eye Hawk tracks. Ah, here we go. It's looking more like a tank. I used to build these gigantic behemoths out of Geocorp, but they started getting a little too hard to get through terrain, even with a booster pack. So I started building Hawkeye tanks, small Hawkeye tanks, which were just as effective, although they couldn't go for as long because they didn't have such a big battery pack as the behemoths, as I called them. Now I might start building behemoths again once I get enough Hawkeye parts, because I will be able to make them out of Hawkeye tank tracks, which are far more grippy than the Geocorp big boy wheels, which I was using on my behemoths earlier. So hopefully, and also hopefully, tank tracks will get a boost soon. I've seen on the TerraTech forums that many people want a boost to the tank tracks, mainly because their carry capacity isn't as much as you'd think it to be for tank tracks, and for their health and weight. So we're most likely going to see a boost to Hawkeye tank tracks. Most likely. I can't assure anything, but I can say that the devs do listen to the community, so we are going to be looking at a very likely buff to tank tracks. Should probably put 4. Now for the fuel tanks. So I think the Venture fuel tanks are better just because of their higher recharge rate than the Big Papa GSO fuel tanks, but I'm not too sure. Also, there needs to be some sort of like rocket parts. Definitely. Who would go without rocket parts? Okay, that just went weird. Seems like pressing N when that happens fixes it. I'm not sure. Zoom just likes to go wonky, I guess. Zap, 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 zap. The sound of batteries charging. This looks a bit freaky. It's like some sort of monster. But then again, believe me, my behemoths were a lot bigger than this, so this may look freaky, kinda, but it really isn't that freaky. Put GSO shield and repair bubbles on instead of our normal Hawkeye shield and repair bubbles, because I believe the GSO ones repair better and shield better. At least that's what I'm hoping. Before I started using Hawkeye shield and repair bubbles, the GSO ones would stop almost all damage to my behemoths. And my mouse is acting up again. And no, I won't forget radar this time, hopefully. We're definitely gonna have to leave a big space in the front for storage of resources. I think this will be good for batteries. Uh-oh, this one. Okay, let's start working on the mobile furnace setup. So let's go ahead and put them like this and that. That is probably going to be the best design for those. Hopefully. We're definitely going to have them inside the tech so that nothing can destroy them. Then we'll have venture conveyors to move the resources we collect into the generators. So we're going to use... Should we use the GSO rock drills or the Geocorp fixed diamond drills? I'm guessing we should use these diamond drills. They look like they would fit this better. Yeah, that looks good. Actually, we're going to be coming... It's going to be trees mostly that we try and get, so we should put buzzsaws instead on. So these will actually serve a dual purpose of cutting text and knocking down trees. Woohoo! Doesn't that sound fun? Yeah, let's go ahead and get the collector portion ready. So I don't think we have enough of these. And they're pretty weak anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and use the GSO ones. These will probably suit this job a little better. And let's put those right there. These right there. And then fill the rest of the space with these batteries. Okay, I need a new mouse. This thing is annoying. I think there's like a loose connection in there that whenever I tilt my mouse wrong, it comes out. Wow, this is a pretty long tank. It's probably the second time I've said that. I can't keep track of what I say. I kind of want Lathland to see my channel. That'd be kind of cool. He's like the TerraTech YouTuber of epicness. Not to say that I'm not. I'm just saying that he's quite a bit more popular in the TerraTech video area than I am, so... Oh well. And that's why you guys gotta like and subscribe. I need a little more recognition here. I'm doing all this cool stuff for you guys and only have like 5 subscribers right now. Come on. Please guys. If you like my videos, just subscribe. It's a pretty quick thing to do. No, I'm not trying to beg here, but trying to get the approval of the TerraTech devs, sorta, so I can like be like an official TerraTech YouTuber. And yeah, I've talked with a few of them, but not about YouTube. So uh-oh. Appears we are out of the 2 blocks again. Okay, so I'm actually going to move these guys back here. To protect the fuel tank, the fuel part of the tech a little bit more. So that we don't get explodey from the fuel tank's explodiness. I don't know if that's the right word. Come on, get in there. There you go. Actually, I have a better idea for right here. Let's put some of the Big Papa fuel tanks in the place of those other guys I just moved. This will give us quite a bit more fuel capacity, hopefully. I'm guessing we don't need that much fuel, but I guess too much of a good thing can't hurt, eh? Ah well. Hopefully it doesn't become our downfall, that many tanks. And this will probably be my last video for this week that I will not be able to upload immediately. I was camping for this past week with my family, and again, vacationing really, not really camping. Anyway, so I haven't been able to upload any videos because the Wi-Fi here is poor, and it's not because of the speed, it's because we had a limited amount of Wi-Fi while we were here. For some reason the hosts don't like Wi-Fi eaters. So that's why I've been unable to upload any videos for you guys. So hopefully I'll be able to get all of the videos I've done this past week uploaded when I get back as quickly as possible, and of course I've done quite a few. So hopefully that'll make up for it. Wow, this is going to be a big tank. 19 minutes already, guys. This might be a 2-part. Yeah, this is most definitely going to be a 2-part video. So it's probably not going to be my last video this week, so the second part will be the last video. So, and also comment if you want the videos that have parts, different parts to them. If you want them to be 15-minute segments for the parts leading up to the summary, instead of the summary being the only 15-minute part of the video segment. So this might need a little bit more protection. I know we forgot shield and repair bubbles, unfortunately. So you might have to take this apart a little. I think I want one right under there. Why does there seem to be something not connected in my tech? Ah, here we go. Here it is. Okay, let's put... I don't know. Okay. I have a better idea. Let's do this. 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 I'm saying a lot of thises. Fortunately, we can't see very well. Okay, let's put those shield and repair bubbles in first. And then place the fuel tanks. This should be fine for our shield and repair bubbles, although I might need to put more on. So that was under there. This is going to be under here. And unfortunately, we can't have a whole bunch of Geocorp batteries today. Okay, we can, but we're going to have a little less than dot. And yes, I know you like seeing big blobs of batteries in my text. And they are blobs, literally blobs of batteries. Payload needs to figure out the build system a little better. It's kind of hard to build things properly with this system. Like if you forget something on the very inside of your tech, you have to rip apart the entire thing just to get at the location. Get to the location where you wanted whatever part it is. So those were... And yes, I am a little bit of a perfectionist. So those are about right there. Very end, so that these will have to be about right there. We need our SCU out. Hopefully this is enough coverage by shield and repair bubbles. We might have to double it up a little. There should be Geocorp shield and repair bubbles. Those would be fun. Like, I mean, they already have repair bubbles. There should be Geocorp shield bubbles. Those would actually be really fun. They'd definitely be bigger than the Hawkeye shield bubbles, Because of course Geocorp is about bigger is better. I'm guessing they wouldn't be as strong as the Hawkeye shield bubbles, since they'd be bigger, but they'd definitely be very useful for things like bases and such. It's really hard to cover a gigantic base like this. Well, this isn't really a gigantic base, but it's really hard to cover bases like this with completely cover them with just a few shield or repair bubbles. So what sort of weapons do I want to put on here? Methinks cruise missiles. I know that was the theme of our power tank, but I want to put them on this time because... Well, actually, I don't really know why. Let's just put some HG1s on. And we have a whole lot of space to put them on. Wow, this is going to be a lot of HG1s. Wow. Jeez. Whole caboodle. HG1s do need a buff. I've been hearing that they're planned for a buff. Hopefully they'll get it soon. But they are definitely planned for a buff. Buff, 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 buff. Buff them cannons. Whoops. Don't want it under our tech. I mean, why would we? Okay, let's see how many more we can fit on. Only one on each side. But that's a lot of HG1s. Do you hear that buzzing noise when I'm firing them? It sounds really weird. It's probably like the cannon's reloading or something. Should I put even more on the sides? Nah. They don't rotate too well. And yeah, I'm thinking I should put cruise missiles on here. Just for the intimidation factor. Actually, I don't really have enough space up here for cruise missiles. So I'm just going to put a whole bunch of machine guns on the sides. Maybe call it a day. Who knows? This is most definitely a broadsider. Up there. They definitely need to improve auto-saving. It's like once every 5 seconds or so. And I might catalog the approximate damages and health and hit points of all the blocks soon. Probably going by the scale of one bullet from one of these guys is 1 damage, or maybe one of these bullets. It's probably going to be one of these bullets. But I'm going to catalog the approximate damage and health of all blocks in a ratio to the damage of those little machine gun guys. Okay, this is a lot of chain guns, I think it is. Something chain. Let's point those up. Okay, let's get the final machine guns on the back. Then we can go test it out on some poor unsuspecting tech. And radar. I know you're saying, come on, Lord Chaos. Why didn't you forget your radar this time? Do we need eyeballs? I don't know. Probably not. Let's put that guy on there too. And some lights so we can see. That is a huge tank. Let's test it. Okay, so we should probably... Actually, I'm going to test it in the next episode. Just because this episode's already getting a bit long. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and Chaos out.